Hello, good yo-yo people. I'm Nate, and this is Let's Talk Yo-Yo, and I am in front of a brick wall. Today I am reviewing the CF, the Ceasefire by SF YoYos. This is a dual signature yo-yo from two of their members, Collin and Alec. All right, so this is my review of the CF. Yeah, this is a unique signature yo-yo where two people are sharing this yo-yo. If you're familiar with SF, they have two members who tend to be kind of given a little beef every once in a while between each other. Let's call it that. Let's call it beef because that's what the kids say, right? That's what that's what kids say. So it's a signature yo-yo between these two. They had to share and agree on the specs and the design and all of that. And there's a little funny video on SF's Instagram. You should definitely check that out, of them having to sign away an agreement of a ceasefire. So that's the CF, that's what it stands for. So it is a bimetal yo-yo, stainless steel rims on there, and then the metal, the body is 7068. So very dense, not quite 7075, but very close to it, and it's a little bit more cost effective as well. I really like the look of this right away. The profile on this is kind of an H shape. I would consider it an H shape, but it's a little bit more in the H shape, V shape hybrid a little bit. It scallops in just like an H shape would, and nice beefy rims on there. Of course, since it's bimetal, you're gonna have a lot of weight to the rims. Very slick. I love this black finish on here. Very nice matte. It's gonna do really decent for grinds. It's that classic SF finish that I've talked about before. The bowls in this are fairly deep as well. You do have a little dimple here, so the axle's a decent size on there, but the dimple itself is going to be decent for finger spins as well. It's not going to be centering because of that dimple in there, but you can probably get your finger around there. It's not going to do any IRGs or anything like that without tilting it crazy. Really nice, comfortable size, full size, really nice, comfortable in the hand. Rounded off edges, and so on a catch it's going to be fairly comfortable in the hand, and man, it's a really solid win as far as a bimetal. I've had this for about a week, and I would say this is my favorite bimetal that SF has put out. I really like the BFF, but man, this one's maybe trumped it just a little bit. One of the smart little design pieces is on the wall here, on the gap, just a slight angle down. You can't probably see it. Maybe you can see it on the flyover, but it's not straight in. It just has a slight curve there, and so kind of takes it away from the edge just a little bit more. It's going to help a little bit, just slightly, with those rejections. It's going to be really great for people who are doing horizontal play. Look at the gap there. Very little string drag on there. It's going to be great for those kind of tricks. And so it's very performance based. Both those two players, they compete and are up-and-comers, and so it's exciting to see that they both have a signature yo that they agree on. But this is a good one, and I really like the looks of it. It's really clean, like SF YoYos typically are. Man, it's nice. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and play it, and we'll see how it plays on the string. All right, so this is on the string section with the CF Ceasefire by SF YoYos. Man, it's got a lot of that it factor. Man, this yo-yo is super smooth for a bimetal. It just immediately, you can feel the power on the first throw of this yo-yo. It definitely has some really just fast RPMs and really decent spin times on there, which you should expect for a bimetal. I feel like if you aren't really getting full performance on a bimetal, then man, I'm trying to get those tension hooks. There we go. Yeah, man, I really like the feel on the string. It is just very super smooth, buttery smooth. It just kind of flows, has that like perfect balance weight, where it's not so light that you're kind of reaching for it, but it's also not so heavy that you can't push it. And so for somebody like me who doesn't necessarily compete, this yo-yo is going to be really just kind of nice for that too, but I feel like for those who do compete, this yo-yo is also going to be able to be pushed. Let's go ahead and do a couple of the standard tricks I've been doing in my reviews to see how it works for those sort of tricks. All right, anyways, whatever, let's go. All right, so a couple string wraps here. All right, a few too many. Let's see if I can gain control on that. This yo-yo has the standard center track sort of bearing. Yeah, really nice. Also has the standard pads that typically come on SF yo-yos. Yeah, really decent gap on there. Really performance-driven gap. It's not really slowing down at all. Nice bind still. Yeah, Eli hops are really easy. Yeah, nice open gap on there. Really comfortable on the hand, on the catch too, like I talked about in the on the hand section. Let's go ahead and do a finger spin here. See how that does for it. Yeah, it's not bad. It's again, it's not going to be super centering. I'm trying to get a little better at my horizontal. Again, I'm not spending a lot of time on it like I probably should, just to kind of be able to showcase some of that. I don't really throw a lot of personal horizontal. I don't typically enjoy those tricks as much. That's just my personal preference. But if you've not checked out Gentry Stein's tutorials on that, they are actually really helpful. And so, anyways, check those out on his how to do horizontal. Yeah, really decent for horizontal tricks. Let's go ahead and test the just stability a little bit with the gyroscopic flop. Yeah, I could go all day for that. Let's do a couple regens. Yeah, regens are really decent for this H shape. You know, not too much vibe. Maybe that's just a little bit more less of my control. Yeah, really just very stable yo-yo, crazy stable, really long spin times. Has a nice kind of just all around feel to it. It's not super fast, it's not super chill, it just has a nice steady. I feel like this would be a yo-yo you can just kind of just keep flowing through tricks, doing those 1-minute combos. For certain, my favorite bimetal from SF YoYos that they've put out so far. And up there with one of my favorite yo-yos of theirs. Still really like the 36. That's my favorite, just because it's so unique and it's such a rare boy these days. Everyone wants it. Every time I bring it to some place, everyone wants to buy it from me. I'm like, no thanks, I'll keep it. But anyways, let's see, what else? Let's go ahead and do a grind here. Yeah, really decent for grinds. The shape on that, it kind of, with it kind of scalloping in a little bit there with that H shape, it just kind of fits the pocket of your finger really nicely. So it's going to be great for those kind of fancier binds. Let's go ahead and throw one of my tricks and then we'll call it a day. I know I just did my 2018 year in review and I had 15 yo-yos that I think were my favorites. Man, but this one just made the mark. I wasn't sure if this was coming out this year or next when I got it, and so I put it off for next year, but technically its release is this year. I'm gonna give it an honorary mention. I think this would make my list. This would be number 16. I think it's really clever. I don't know if any other company's ever done a dual signature yo-yo, but it's successful as anything SF has ever done. Really good yo-yo. Really enjoyed the ceasefire, and so that's gonna do it for my review. Definitely check it out if you've not already, and I'm sure there will be another release of these in the near future. So, all right, that's gonna do for my review of the CF, the ceasefire by SF YoYos, and as usual, good day and good yo-yo.